everybody. Welcome back to our table. It's time for more Disco Does D&D. I'm so excited. We're all so excited. How is everybody doing? Before we get into it, I am especially mega super excited because we have our first sponsor. I'm so excited. I've never had a sponsor before. I'm very, very excited about it. It is our friends at First Fantasy Books. First Fantasy Books is a startup created to bring engaging and inclusive fantasy books and stories to readers through appropriately leveled books for readers who are learning to read or learning to read English like me as a second language. It can be frustrating, it can be scary, and sometimes even embarrassing due to text not being available at lower English proficiency levels. But at First Fantasy Books, they are all about opening doors, including everyone, into magical fantasy worlds, which we obviously love here at Disco Does D&D. The books are made for ages 4 to 14. They have repeated sentence books designed to help beginning English readers develop core vocabulary and understand sentence structures while learning that reading can be fun and imaginative. Everyone's laughing at me, and that's okay. And the Explorer's Guide to Ogre Faces was launched on February 14th, and the super anticipated Explorer's Guide to Potions is launching on the 26th of this month. And I am just so excited to have them on board. They're super big fans of the show. Their mission is amazing. And I want you all to head over to their website, check them out. They are at firstfantasybooks.com. So you can stay up to date with what they're doing. They're on Twitter. If you go under our little About section, you can click on their little icon, and it will send you right to their website. And on today's stream, they are giving away 2 signed copies of the first 2 books to viewers in the US. So let's start this giveaway. To enter, type !FF book in the chat to win. It's just for people in the US. But please do me a personal favor and go check them out. Follow them on Twitter. Follow them on Facebook. Follow them on Instagram as well. And go to their website and check it out because I think they're amazing. And we are so, so excited to have them on board. Oh no, FF Books. There we go. FF Books with an S. If you already put book, then please put it again. Everyone, thank you so much for supporting them. Check them out, and thank you, First Fantasy Books. Here's everybody. Everybody say hi. Surprise.
Everybody say hi.
Surprise. Here they are. How's it going?
I don't know about you, but I don't consider it a fantasy world to have a bird person. I think that's the real world.
Birds aren't real.
Birds aren't real.
Dinosaurs.
There you go.
Birds aren't real.
Amazing. Well, on the previous episode, we ended with you all walking down a path to see a cat that was maybe waved at you, maybe barfed up a little bit of acid, maybe did a smile. Bex, would you like to maybe just describe for me exactly what this cat looks like? And everyone, this is Bex. Give them a round of applause. Welcome aboard.
Thanks for having me. Happy to be here. Well, this cat is just that. It's a very, very fluffy, very angry looking cat. It's mostly black with like a little bit of gray. I'm gonna show a picture because this cat is
There we go.
Cat.
Okay.
Cat.
It's just a pretty cranky kitty, and
Oh god.
the fluff makes it look like it's like she's wearing a robe, like she's very fancy kitty, but is really just a cranky looking cat.
So yeah, you all are walking there, and you see this cranky cat sort of look at you and wave and hack up this little green fur ball, and you're standing there.
Wait, where were we going? Were
You-
we
you
going
had
back
ju-
to our dorm?
You had just like finished some tests, and we're just sort of
Oh,
casually
alright.
walking back to your dorm rooms.
Hi, kitty.
You do not know that that is not going to attack us.
You.
Oh, the cat can
How
talk.
you approach everyone you see and just say, "Oh, hello, species."
Oh, my bad.
I'm no behind Jeeps.
Do I know? Excuse me. No, you. Yes, the hiding one. Hello. Do I know you?
Hello. Sorry. No, do you know me? I don't think I know any
Do I?
cats.
You have the hair.
I have
Are you
hair.
Jones.
I am a Jones.
You are a Jones. Hello, Jones. Which Jones are you?
I'm
You're not Brody, are you? You look terrible if you're Brody.
I look at Jeeps.
I believe they are referring to your brother, Brody, sir?
I know who they're referring to. Do you know this cat?
No, sir.
Hello.
Um,
You hello.
Wait,
This is
sorry.
Jeeps.
Who are you talking to, Bex?
Jeeps this time.
Yeah,
this is Jeeps.
good day.
Jeeps.
Cat.
Jeeps. I don't know you. You with the red.
How do you know who I am?
How do you not know who I am?
I don't know. You're a cat, and we don't
I'm
have
not
any.
a cat, I'm a dragon.
Except for my hand on Tisryn. Excuse me.
Really,
What is
none of you
happening?
Have observation skills. I went to school with Brody. You remember me now? We had a tryst, he and I.
Is there a dog here too?
Is there a dog? She climbs actually up on top of Tisryn's shoulder and like, is there a dog? You're tall. Is there a dog?
No, there's no. Sorry. I'm just a bit confused. Brody's never mentioned you to me, and
What do you mean? Are you sure?
well, I don't know of
No
any.
mention lengua?
I don't know.
4 years. It's fine. I'm fine. Anyway, Jones.
Are you sure you're okay?
Yes. Why wouldn't I be?
So I don't. We're just going back to our dorm, and is there something that you
Which dorm? Are you at the Bailey College?
don't? I messaged Tisryn. Don't say anything.
I have questions. How can you be both a cat and a dragon? How is this possible?
Well, if you must know, which I don't think you do, but I'll tell you anyway, because nobody else has listened to me in months. I am a dragon. I have my own lair. I have my own powers, but unfortunately, when I was moving into my lair, I wanted to buy some decorations, and I thought spell scrolls would be lovely for my lair, but no. Oh, the wizard I bought them from was I don't know the right word for this. Stupid. Yes, that's a good word. Stupid. And the spell scrolls were not exactly as advertised, and I thought I was using the super strength one, but there was a coffee stain, and I believe I've been polymorphed into a cat.
And as you all are looking, as you can see actually around this cat's neck, there are there's like three other like small or 3 or 4 other small spell scrolls sort of tied around like a little collar on their neck.
So you've just turned yourself into a cat.
I did no such thing. The spell scroll did it.
So you turned yourself into a cat.
No, the spell scroll. Must we do this again? I just told you.
Is there any way to reverse this spell? Like, do you need our help turning back into yourself?
Well, usually when I polymorph, I can get myself out of it. But so far, I can only switch into something new and then back to this. I could figure it out myself, but I figured maybe I could come to the college and see if anybody wanted to help me. I don't need it, of course, but if anybody wanted to help for school credit or spell scrolls, I wouldn't be averse to that.
Right.
I-
So you are a dragon, but you've come wandering into the university because you turned yourself into a cat.
No.
And we're hoping for help?
No. No. I will accept help, but I am not looking for it.
What kind of dragon are you?
Oh, well, thank you for asking. I'm a very powerful one. I'm a dragonborn. My grandfather was a worm. He was very powerful. A black worm. You might know of him.
If you're a dragonborn, you are not a dragon.
Isn't
I don't agree with you on this.
No,
that's the
no.
word dragon in it?
no, but it's no.
Are you a bird or aren't you?
No, I'm an Aarakocra.
Oh
You're a
no.
bird.
No, I'm an Aarakocra.
I'm a dragon and you're a bird.
No, you are not a dragon. You're dragonborn.
So I'm not a worm, but I am a dragon. Why not? I don't understand you. I'm gonna get off you now and leaps onto jeeps.
Make a athletics check.
Oh my god.
Oh boy. Athletics. Okay. 13.
Yeah, you do that thing where the cat jumps and they have to use their claw to like hang on. You land fine, but Jeeps is like, oh, as you like dig into his skin. But you're comfortably on his shoulder now.
No,
I'm a dragon.
we studied the history of dragons at the monastery in case we were ever to face them in the wild, and I understand that they are very large and that they can fly, and dragonborn are people. You're a person.
Yes, but my grandfather was a worm. I'm not saying I'm
Okay,
a
but
worm.
that does not mean you are a dragon. You're a dragonborn.
I may not be a worm, but sir, I am a dragon.
Well,
Sorry, remind me of your name, cat.
Lengua.
Your name is Lengua.
Yes, what of it?
Just like tongue.
What?
The Spanish word tongue.
Spanish?
What is Spanish? What is Spanish?
Hang on.
wait.
Hang on. Spanish.
All right, let me roll to see if
Lengua-
Spanish exists in this world. Hold
Oh
on.
god.
I rolled a 15. Spanish exists.
I was about to get angry.
I mean, my family is from the Spanish Isles. Does that help?
Oh boy, now I gotta make a map for the Spanish Isles. While you all are having this conversation, Lengua, will you give me a perception check with advantage, and will everybody else roll me a perception or a nature check? But Lengua, will you?
Investigation.
Okay. I need first fantasy books. 14?
18.
Yeah,
Or
18.
Sorry, my bad.
Lengua, you pick up a scent on the wind. Will you roll a Constitution saving throw for me?
Uh-huh. As soon as I find it. There it is. Okay, that's a 7, not a 1.
A 7.
Only an 8. It's
You-
only an 8, but I was afraid it was a critical fail.
You smell rabbit, and you are compelled beyond your ability to control it to begin to chase, hunt, stalk the scent from where this rabbit is coming. You can tell that they're hiding somewhere.
Lengua goes, pray! Ah! Is that my voice? Is that my voice? Doesn't matter. Pray! And dives off jeeps and takes off.
All right, yeah, you just see Lengua. Are you sprinting off, or are you doing a cat stalk? Which one? Are you doing like a cat attack or a cat stalk?
Cat attack.
Cat attack.
Like think of when a cat gets the zoomies.
Absolutely.
Like they can't quite go in a straight line. Bam.
Yeah, so you do that thing where like you run and you do like a cat jump off the side of a tree, you know, where they just like jump off the side of something. And you will all watch maybe about 40 feet ahead. Lengua, you dive into this large bush. And as you're diving in, you can feel yourself. Actually, will you make an attack roll for me?
Yeah.
Just whatever weapon you can want to substitute with.
It's only a 9.
That's fine. You jump into this bush, and you can see your claws are out, your little cat fangs are there, and you sort of land. You don't really connect, but you sort of brush off something, and the rest of you see from out of this bush pops up who you would recognize, Tuyen, as Tommy Tracks, who has been waiting in the bush, springs up and sort of, and you can see Tommy is this like 4 foot tall rabbit person, a herringon, a couple of scars on their like bear patches in their fur. They're wearing military fatigues, and you can see that he like had his hands on a rope that he's sort of like let go of, and stands up as Anthony has unfortunately.
The cat.
The real life cat.
This is a cat episode. And you see Tommy spring out of these bushes. When you can kind of put together, you know, he's holding this rope that maybe he had sprung a trap to scare you. And Lengua has rooted him out, and he sort of looks at you, Tuyen, and then sort of hops out of the bushes and begins to hop towards you, and comes right up to you and says, "Well, Tuyen, you thwarted me somehow. This is the first time anybody has ever stopped me from scaring them. And let me say, God damn it, I'm impressed. But you better watch your back, because now I'm coming for you twice as hard." And he puts out his little rabbit hand to shake your hand.
I shake his hand.
Yeah, he gives you a firm handshake and sort of looks you really intensely in the eyes and said, "I don't know how you got that cat to find me, but it was goddamn brilliant."
Oh, well, it's all thanks to Lengua here, so thank them, honestly.
He turns to you, Lengua, and says, as you hiss, he sort of instinctively does that thing where he just sort of freezes, and then he immediately starts to hop away.
You better run.
Well, thank you. That guy is a part of my a cappella club, Scares and Scores. It's an a cappella club where we're also learning how to scare people. He's supposed to scare me, but you stopped him from doing that, so thanks. I really appreciate it. I'm Tuyen, by the way. I'm sorry I didn't introduce myself earlier.
Ah, yes. Well, that all sounds perfectly terrible. Fabulous. I'm Lengua. Nice to meet you, Tuyen. You are Jones, one of the Joneses. It doesn't matter. You're not Brody. And you, Bird, are...
I'm not a bird. I'm a Aarakocra. I'm a
You,
person.
Aarakocra, are...
Tisryn.
Tisryn. Pleasure to
Tisryn.
meet you.
Tisryn.
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 Yes.
Perfect, I'll forget that. And Jeeps. I like Jeeps. Jeeps is a good post. And climbs back up onto the shoulder.
Yeah, he sort of is trying to hold in the grimace as you are just absolutely clawing your way up his body.
You're very tall. Did you know that, Jeeps?
Say that again, sir. I didn't quite understand. I just didn't hit. Firstborn?
I'm a madam, and you are tall. Did you know that?
Yes, madame. I did know I was tall.
Good. Well.
So yes.
Suddenly, the sun is blocked from the sky. Yeah.
So sorry. Kat. My name is Rufus. Of the Joneses. So what was your relation to Brody, might I ask?
Oh, well, Brody and I, he was always so coy, but we had a bit of a romance, a tryst, if you will, with back in the school days. Hmm?
Gross. Okay.
I'm sure
I
he
don't.
spoke to me. You sure? You're sure he hasn't spoken to me?
I don't think so. He's not mentioned a dragon or a cat or a tongue.
He didn't mention a dragon because he did not have a romance with a dragon. He had a romance with a dragonborn.
You know what? I don't know how to interact with you. Where are you from?
I'm from the mountains.
The mountains. Yes, that helps me very much. Okay, moving on. Rufy. It's
No.
Rufy.
No, it's Rufus.
That's what I said. No?
Rufus, right. So, if do you need our help? And if so, what can we gain from this? Because as of right now, what I'm seeing is that you're a cat who's not a cat. Your name is Tongue. You're very rude. So what do you want from us?
Well, I want someone to turn the sun back on. Well, from you, I don't need anything. Can you point me to the, things look very different. I used to be very tall, so being up here on jeeps feels very nice, but I'm not used to seeing things from the floor. And now I don't know how to get around camp. Can you point me to the cafeteria, maybe?
Yes, I think we can do that.
I don't think we've been there yet.
They had
But-
breakfast there. Well, we got breakfast from there, at least once.
Langua, you're looking specifically for like the main area where all the food is produced. So not necessarily one of the campus cafeterias, but what is the cook's house on the map?
Yes, sorry, I was mistaken about my own needs.
How did you discover that you were mistaken? What did the voice
I had
from another round speak
a
to you?
recollection, if you will. I am looking for the cook's quarters, or the kitchens at the very least.
Oh, well, that's. I don't think that we've been there, but since you are small and we are not as small, we can probably take you there.
Yes. Well, that would be fine. I can travel with you. That would be fine. Huh. Yay.
Everybody make a survival check as you try and make your way to the cook's house.
24.
24. Yeah, Tisryn, you just fly straight up in the air. You look to the southeast, and then you're like, oh, there it is. You go back down and you just start leading the way. You head south. You meet up with this little cobblestone path that curves to the west, and it brings you in front of this long, squat wooden building. There's like a main house with a thatched roof, and then almost like a long garage that extends almost 100 feet. And at intervals, there are these wide panels, these like sliding windows that look to be covered. And in front of these windows are a couple of carts. Like every once in a while there's a cart, every once in a while there's a horse attached to the cart, almost like they're loading docks. As you come to like the sort of front entrance of this thatched room, you can hear this like occasionally this loud like thwack or thumping sound coming from within.
What is that?
Are you sure this is the cook's quarters? This sounds more like a torture chamber.
Is there a sign that says it's the cook's quarters?
Make a perception check.
10.
There is like a small little sign above the door that just says CH, which may be like cook's house is like what you've heard. It's possible, but it could be in Spanish, so it's possible it could be something else because Spanish is here now.
Right. Well, there's no harm. I'm just gonna go knock on the door.
Yeah, you knock on the door. The thwacking stops. And after a moment, the door opens to reveal this massive orc standing in front of you. Behind them, there's this large industrial kitchen. There's stoves and burners and pantries and stuff like that. And that's really all you can see as they look at you and says, well, hello there. How are you? What can I help you with?
Tefloc!
Oh, my! I'm sorry. What's going on then? And this giant orc looks down and seems to respond to the name Tefloc, but looks confused at this cat.
Hello, Tef. It's me, Lengua.
Lengua, what happened to you?
Well, I got scammed, I think. And a spell scroll did this to... I did not do it to myself. A spell scroll did this to me.
Tefloc sort of brushes past you, Rufus, and goes over to Jeeps' shoulder, grabs this cat and holds it in this big embrace and sort of smushes the cat close to her body, and says, oh, Lengua, it's so good to see you, and aren't you adorable like this?
Oh, thank you. Yes, it's lovely to see it. It's a little tight.
I'm sorry. Well, come in, friends. My name's Tefloc the Butcher. I handle the food here on campus. Come in. Any friends of Lengua are friends of mine. And invite you into this this house. Are you okay,
Lengua,
Blue? I'm looking at your face.
Lengua is very softly purring and rubbing on Tefloc.
And you can see as they're walking, and Tefloc is doing a nice sweet rub on this cat. They're very excited and happy to see each other. And inside it's this industrial kitchen. And you can see there's there's some things like cooking everywhere. There's different meals being cooked, and there's also on the floor there's a ton of food scraps and shattered plates and stuff. And in the middle of the large island preparation table, there's this large gleaming butcher's knife which is sticking out of a butcher's block, and around it are shattered plates and some food scraps as well. Welcome, friends. I'm sorry I didn't catch all your names. Who are y'all?
Hi, I'm Tuyen.
Tuyen, nice to meet you.
Tisryn.
Tisryn, and I'm Rufus.
Well, welcome, friends. I'm happy to have visitors. It's not often that happens. How do you all know Lengua?
Oh, we don't. We've just come upon Lengua outside the school, and now we're here, and apparently they're a dragon, but not today. They're a cat.
Not a dragon.
Okay.
Tisryn, Tefloc walks over to you. She's this large, muscular orc, and she puts her arm around your shoulder. She's maybe 2 feet taller than you, and she looks down and sort of leans over and says, "You're right, she's not a dragon, but she is a dragon at heart." Listen, she turns to all of you and sort of says, "Listen, and Lengua, I don't mean to embarrass you, but Lengua can be a bit challenging. She wants things her way, and but I have to say, I've been down here for a long time working at this school, and it's very rare anybody comes to say hi or thanks me for all the hard work I do, and Lengua was the only person who ever cared about me and made me feel like a part of the school. So, as difficult as she can be, sorry to embarrass you, she's worth having as a friend, as far as I'm concerned anyway."
I've enjoyed the food you've made.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. I do appreciate that.
Oh, well, that's really sweet that you came and gave your gratitude, Lengua. I mean, it seems like... Sorry, what was your name again?
Tefloc.
Tefloc?
With a T. They call me Tefloc the Butcher.
Tefloc. I'm so sorry. It's great that you feel like you're a part of the school, because you are. I mean, you're the backbone of the school. No one would be able to do anything without getting fed.
The school has a skeleton?
We would be
No.
lost without her.
Right. So no, that's not. I think maybe more people would have. It could have come and. I just would have thought that you like lived in the cafeteria or something, and the university. I don't think anyone knows that you're this removed from the school.
You can see Tefloc gives a knowing look to Langua, like, oh yes, this is what they all think, that I just live in the university, but then goes back to smiling and says, well, now I'm here. Can I give you a quick tour of how I feed the whole school?
It is actually quite worth it all. Yes, I recommend it.
And as you look around, you can see that there's no one else here. It's totally empty, and there's this doorway that seems to extend to this long row of loading docks. And Tefloc says, "Well, I've devised a very interesting system where I have something that I have coined food phylacteries, where all I have to do is make a meal, destroy it, and by killing it, it winds up in the phylactery where it is reproduced and can be delivered all around the school."
Genius. Yes.
Wait, destroy?
Yes. No. It's not killed. And you can see Tefloc goes over and they bring out, there's like a cooked steak with some, there's a cooked steak in the oven. They pull it out, throw it on a plate. They grab some broccoli and some other greens off a plate and says, just watch this. And they grab this gleaming butcher's knife, massive butcher's knife. And you can see as they grab it, it almost shimmers with this magical energy. And they lift it above their head. You can see their forearm is rippling with muscle and smash it down. Plate goes flying everywhere. Meat and food splatter against the wall. You all sort of have to put your hands up as shards of cracked plate sort of splash at you. And then you can hear, like, in the background behind this door, you can almost just hear like a thumping sound that just sort of echoes down about 100 feet.
Lengua tries to clap, but the toe beams prevent it.
And so just by destroying it here, it shows up about 100 more times down the rows.
How?
So magic, right?
Yes, exactly. It's a sort of modified phylactery. So it reproduces, instead of capturing and reproducing a soul or a body, it reproduces a meal. It's just something I've been working on.
I learned about 3 times more just from hanging with Tefloc than I ever did from River, the understanding.
Oh.
Oh, you attended Keelan College, did you? Or
I
did you study?
I attempted, and then I ended up at Bailey's, where my unique talents were much more appreciated.
And might I ask what talents those are?
Well, plenty. I am a very powerful druid, but my talents in life, and my desires in life to hoard gold and worship the great worms of old were always looked down on by River. So I switched.
Did you say the great worms of old?
Yes.
Right, that's all.
Tefloc, I have a question for you. What's the name of this spell that you're using?
This is a modified phylactery. Usually dark creatures like a lich might use it, sort of a wizard who tries to live forever, but this is a much more subdued version of that. Nothing quite so evil as that, just really trying to make sure everybody gets fed here at Real Del Mar.
Is it similar to I hope I'm saying this right, simulacrum spell?
A simulacrum's a bit different because a simulacrum, as I understand it, and they just sort of look and are like, a simulacrum creates a simulacrum, as I understand it, and Lengua, chime in here if you have anything. As I understand it, a simulacrum it creates something. It creates something, whereas a phylactery sort of replicates it in a different way.
Oh, okay.
They're similar, but it's more about capturing the essence of something in a phylactery, whereas a simulacrum is about recreating something, but not quite right.
Okay.
Similar versus exact copies.
Yeah, you
How
see
is it?
See, she's brilliant. Even as this cute little kitty, it gives you a little ear scratch.
Also, slama you turn into snow.
Sorry, what? Say that again, Tisryn.
The slamalakum. You turn to snow.
Yeah. It did. I was just wondering. Yeah, I was wondering if they were similar at all, or if...
Powerful, both very powerful magic. Of course, I don't really have great control over things outside of these small phylacteries, but there's a couple of things I can do. Langwood, do you want to stay as you are? Do you want to change back to your dragon state?
Well, I must say that carrying the things back into my lair is much more difficult this way than it was as a dragon. I do miss that. But if you can turn me back, a few more of those ear scratches would be lovely.
She kind of scratches you behind the ear and says, "Well, there's only one thing I could think of. It's a bit esoteric, so stay with me for a second.
What?
No.
Out there. It's a bit out there.
Out there. What? Something out there?
No.
Several things out there.
A big
Outside,
idea.
small things.
You know, it's just sort of a big idea. You know, it's just yes.
Do you know the god Sylvanus?
Not personally, but of him, yes.
Well, he is the god of nature and growth, but he's also the god of change, just how the seasons change. Now, this land is very close to the plain of Tierna Og, which is where Sylvanus lives. Which is why it's such a beautiful place here. Why the forests are so thick, the wildlife so gorgeous, and the sky so beautiful. But I might be able, using the old butcher's knife and sacrificing a phylactery, I might be able to open a portal to Tierna Og. And if you go there, and you may be able to plead your case to him to grant you a favor of change, or perhaps if you defeat a champion, do something impressive like that, they might grant you the gift of change, and they may be able to change you back.
I'm willing to help you because then it will prove that you are not a dragon but a dragonborn.
All right.
I was going to offer you something in return for helping me, but if that's all you need, then that's...
Oh, no. What? Sorry, what would you
Not
go
too late.
to...
This only said you'd do it.
No,
Well, what about Rufus and I? We didn't.
Well, for each of you, I can offer you a spell scroll. I have 3 more attached.
I couldn't use a spell scroll even if I wanted to.
Perfect. You already have a reason to help me. Spite,
Yes.
so take it.
I'm ready
And
to
what-
tangle with the champion.
You know what? I was wrong about you. I kind of like you now. I like your spite. You're fun. And you two, will you take a spell scroll each to help me? Would your jeeps like a spell scroll as well?
Jeeps just looks at you, Rufus.
If he wants one, I don't. Jeeves.
Whatever you desire, sir.
Right. Sure. I mean, if that's. I think that's fine. If we could take the. Do we know what the spell scrolls are?
You can take a look at these spell scrolls if Langua is willing to offer them to you.
I'd rather give them to you as reward for.
What if it's going to turn you into a cat, Rufus?
Yes. Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to be tricked in any way or deceived. This is a big thing you're asking us to help with.
You may look at one of them. How about that?
Sure.
Fine.
Langua pulls the clear one.
The one that's one of the non-readable ones?
No, the legible one.
The legible one, yeah. This is a spell scroll of greater invisibility.
Right. This could prove very useful.
And you can see Rufus just from a brief check that it doesn't seem to have any stains on it. It seems to look exactly as any other spell scroll that you've encountered so far. If you'd like to explore it deeper.
The problem with the other one was I thought it said strengthening, but I was wrong.
Yeah, so maybe we won't take that one, but
Well, that
the
one's
others.
done.
yes.
You can see Lengua has 2 other spell scrolls that are you haven't viewed yet, but they have 2 others.
Well, this could be very useful to us. It's something I don't think any of us have the ability to do. I haven't learned yet, so I'm interested. I'll help. I mean, I don't see why not. I don't have any classes right now.
You just finished your test. You got nothing else to do for today.
We've got time to travel to another dimension. I love this.
How lovely. Yeah, let's do it.
Well, all right.
I hate saying this. Thank you, all of you, for your help.
You're welcome.
Yes, good. Okay.
Well, if I'm going to do this, there's a couple of things I'm going to need. The first is I just need each of you to gather one natural item. Anything, really. It's not so complicated.
Fucking Lengua plucks a feather.
All right. Okay. Okay, we've got 2 feathers. Anything else?
Tuyen pulls out the dried flowers that he plucked a while ago out of his bag and hands them over.
Lovely. And she
Yes,
looks over
sorry.
at you, Rufus.
So you don't mean natural as in it comes from us, right? You just mean of the earth.
Yes, something that would connect us to Tierna Og.
Right. Can I check if there's like any like leaves on the bottom of my shoes?
Sure, roll an investigation check to see if there are leaves on the bottom of your shoes.
Jesus. 15. I mean, sorry, 25.
25. There is an exquisite leaf stuck to the bottom of your shoe.
I'm gonna peel that off. Is this good?
Perfect. Give me 1 second. I'm going to grab a food phylactery. Give me 1 moment. They put their butcher's knife down, and she runs through one of the doors. You're all standing in this kitchen for a second. You can hear some like clattering in the background, and then she comes back through the door. She's just like holding this small wooden box, which she places like on top of her butcher's block, and puts the 2 feathers, the leaf, and the flower on top of, and she's, I found something else for you, Lengua, and reaches in her pocket, and she throws this ball of yarn onto the floor. Will you make a Constitution saving throw?
Can I intentionally fail it?
You can.
Oh, that's a critical 1. That's
Yeah. You have to.
You can.
You have to play with this yarn.
Eyeballs go like big kitty eyes, and just dives off jeeps and.
Amazing. Tefloc says, if there's any sort of magic you could put into this, a spell or anything that you might have that you might be able to just imbue with a little bit of extra magic, it might make the portal open a little bit more stably, if it's possible.
Into the yarn?
No. The yarn is pretty much doing its trick. There's nothing magical about that yarn. It's just some yarn I had. Into the food phylactery and the pieces of the natural world on top that I might make this happen with.
Yes. Anything you have in mind, or just sort of? Can I just start to like prestidigitate some? Like,
absolutely. Yeah.
Little. Can I do that? Yeah, little like images of some leaves.
Sure.
Like little floaty leaves.
Perfect. Anything
Is there
else?
anything we need to know about going into another dimension? I've never done this.
Well, I've never been to Tierna Og before, but it's a wild place.
Wild. Tierna Og.
So
Tierna Og.
best of luck, I guess.
Should we put more magic into it?
If you have any more to spend, it might be worth it.
Okay. I would like to use create water and create just small little shimmering droplets of water that'll circle around the leaves that Rufus made.
Nice. All right. Yeah, so we've
So
got these
pretty.
like blowing leaves, a bit of shimmering water. Lengua, is there anything you'd like to do?
Lengua's tail has gone poofy, and it's like she's playing with catnip with that yarn. I got a critical failure.
Amazing. Yeah, everybody just sort of stares at you for a second, like waiting, and you're just like fully engrossed in this yarn, and says, well, all right, let's give it a shot then. And you can see that she like wraps her like meaty orc hand around this butcher's knife, which again shimmers in this magical energy, and brings it up and begins to slam through both the magically created imagery, and then the box, which like explodes in this green ball of spinning energy, and then sort of you can see as they continue to bring the knife down, it's almost like they cut this ball of energy in half, which splits and opens this like shimmering portal in front of you.
I go through.
Yep. Tisryn just yeah, so Tisryn has disappeared.
Right, so we should follow him quickly because he could go through.
Tefloc, are you coming with us, or are you staying here?
Oh, I'm staying here. I've still got to make food for everyone, but best of luck.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome. I'm not sure how long the portal will last, so I hope you have a way to get back.
Oh?
Quickly now. It's going to close soon. If you
I
don't
go
prefer.
through.
Lengua leaps up onto Tefloc and one more sandpaper lick on the side of her cheek before jumping through the portal.
Cute. Do you want Jeeps to step through, Rufus?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, Jeeps casually steps through, and you guys all step through this portal. As you step through, Tisryn, you're first. You feel your foot sort of land in this like sloshy mud, and you're immediately in the midst of this dark, overgrown wild forest, even more wild than some of the deepest parts of Rio del Mar. You can't even see the sky, but there's like a heavy mist that sort of hangs in the air, and you can occasionally feel like a droplet of condensation or rain, you're not sure, land on a feather, which you shake off, and one by one your friends sort of pop through this portal, finished by Lengua jumping through. Lengua, you sort of land in this slushy, gushy water, and you don't like how it feels on your paws.
Immediately like yelps and flies like that flying cat thing where they jump like when a cucumber's behind them.
Yeah.
Voluntary springing until she finally lands back on Jeeps' leg and has to climb all the way back.
And of course, Jeeps' clothes just covered in dirty mud water.
Okay. It's fine. Jeeps, if you're happy, I'm fine.
She stands on Jeeps' shoulders like...
And you can see this shimmering portal that you can just sort of make out Tefloc sort of looking, peering through, slowly and close. And you just sort of see the forest around you.
This is the forest of Tierna Og.
I believe you're right.
So
It's a
I'm a
wild
little
place.
bit worried as to how we're gonna get back to our dimension.
Shouldn't we worry about that after we finish the task at hand?
Well?
Sure. We can cross that bridge when we get to it.
There's a bridge?
No,
Maybe.
let's focus our minds here. And, if we do only have a certain amount of time, let's try and, get this done efficiently so we don't get stuck here. So, right. I turn to Lengua. So, where to? Where to first?
It's a very good question. That way points.
I go.
Direction.
Yeah, everybody make survival checks.
16.
16,
14.
14.
14.
5.
Yeah, you all just start walking sort of in a direction. You can just like hear the wind occasionally really whip through the trees and then disappear for a second. It's so dark you're having to push through these small little cracks between these massive swampy moss-covered trees. There's mushrooms growing off the trees. You still haven't been able to really capture any of the sky yet. You can smell like the sort of moldy, mulching earth. Tuyen, you are walking forward. The group is sort of pushing in front of you. Will you make a dexterity saving throw?
Ooh. 13.
13. You suddenly feel your ankle begin to slip out from under you, and you are yanked backwards, and you all turn around to watch this vine wrap around Tuyen's leg and pull him back into this mass of roiling vines.
No!
And you can also hear Tuyen as you're pulled back and sort of trapped and restrained in these vines. You can hear another voice from behind you just very faintly go, "Help me, please, help me." And in front of you all, you see just this wrapping, moving, coiling vines that just seem to be slowly consuming and pulling Tuyen in. What do you all do?
I want to smack the vines or pull. No, I want to try to pull Tuyen.
All right, go ahead and roll me a strength check.
Oh, can we reach him?
17.
You can see him, but there are vines coming around him. Tisryn, you're able to grab onto him. You can feel him being yanked backwards. He's not budging either way. You're able to hold him in position. Go ahead, Lengua.
This is not going to make friends, but can I cast Thorn Whip?
On the thorn?
No.
Oh yeah, a roll. Yes.
Try to pull him instead.
Roll an attack roll.
Okay.
Oh, God.
I'm so sorry.
If we're not in initiative, can I help with that?
Yeah, definitely. So roll
Because
an
I
attack
also-
roll with
Oh, thank fuck. That was a 1, so I'm going to try again.
yeah, roll with
That's
advantage.
another 1. Are you kidding?
Dang.
You thorn whip Lengua, and your thorn, like, explain exactly how the thorn whip comes out of this cat.
Well, with 2 natural 1s, I feel like it has to go wrong from the beginning.
Yeah.
So Lengua is imagining it coming from her paw, and instead, as she opens her mouth to go, hang on, it comes out of her throat.
Ew. This vine shoots out of Lengua's mouth, and you can see that it immediately circles into the vine, the swirling vines, and yanks Lengua into this roiling set of vines as well. So Lengua, you are now getting pulled in through a vine that is coming out of your mouth. What would you like to do? Tuyen, you can feel yourself in place as Tisryn hasn't let go. Lengua, you're starting to disappear into this. And Tuyen, you can still hear, and Lengua, now you hear this voice behind you go, "Please help me."
Are the vines creatures?
Say that again?
Are the vines creatures, or are they just vines?
They seem to be animated, so they're some sort of monstrous thing. They don't seem to have like a mind of their own, and they don't seem to be trying to kill you as much as they are trying to just wrap themselves around you.
The question is about my halo of spores.
Yeah, you can absolutely do your halo of spores.
As soon as she gets within 10 feet of those vines have to make a con save.
All right, they will make a Constitution saving throw.
Sorry, Blue, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I have to know if I can do this.
Yeah,
No, you gotta do it.
They rolled a 10. So this, what do your spores look like when they come out of your body?
Because of Lengua's current form, the spores puff out from the scruffy, fluffy fur around her neck, and it almost looks like a never-ending cloud of fleas have come up from her neck and are like coming up as one and just keeps going, forming this big collection of them, and then they shoot right for the vines.
Yeah, and you can see that sort of these like fleas, these black gross fleas sort of gnaw away at the vines. Lengua, you are able to remove yourself from it, but Tuyen is starting to being pulled out of your grasp. Tisryn, what would you like to do?
1 damage.
1 damage.
Want to
Great.
whack the vine?
Yeah, give me an attack roll.
Oh, natural 1.
You swing
God.
your quarterstaff into the vines. You miss. Your hands are immediately pulled in, and now you are being pulled in by these vines as well.
God.
I feel like I've just watched the last like 15 seconds of both of these two doing that shit and just done absolutely nothing. Like,
Yes.
oh my god. Oh my god.
What? So
Rufus,
now
help.
Tuyen and Tisryn, you are being pulled into this roiling mass of living vines that are trying to consume you. What does everybody like to do?
Can I try? You can tell me if I can do this or
Sure.
not. If I cast infestation on the vines, can I make it? Can be mites, fleas, or parasites. Can I make it a parasite that eats
You can absolutely make these termites. Absolutely.
greens?
You can make them
Termites?
aphids and termites. Is this a cantrip?
It is.
All right.
Yeah.
You can pick Tuyen or Tisryn. Who would you like to free?
Don't put me in that position.
Aw.
Tuyen, because he's about to be like totally.
All right. Yeah. Go ahead and
Awesome.
is it an attack or is it a saving throw?
It is a save con 14.
All right. Let's see. They fail with a 4. And immediately these aphids, they're kind of all over you, Tuyen. They're like crawling all over your body and gnawing away at these vines that are holding in.
Hello.
You fall out and splash into the mud in front of you, but you can see Tisryn going away in face first. And Tisryn, you hear too, as you're facing these vines since you were attacking them, you hear too, please help me, coming from
Is
deeper
there-
in the vines.
Is there
Deep in the
water
Yeah.
inside of the vines? Is there water within the vines since they're plant material?
You can try and find out and see what happens.
Okay,
Right.
can I try to use shape water to try and like bend the vines out
Yeah.
of the way?
Do you know in Shape Water, is there a saving throw or an attack roll mechanic at all?
No, I don't think
What's
so.
your spell save DC?
11.
11. All right. 11? Yeah, 11 for charisma. Wait, hold on. I want to double check that for you, Ian. It is spells. Yes, 11. All right. So you are trying to pull the water out of these vines to kill them, or trying to like bend them and control them?
Like control them so that they
All
can
right.
just part.
You're plant bending.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
I'm going to make a saving throw, which they failed as well. So you start to break and crack these vines. You can tell they're trying to resist it, and even some of their pieces like break off, but you're able to like pull back these vines. And Tisryn, you're able to pull yourself back out as they loosen their grip. But as you're pulling out, you can hear this voice from within say, please help me.
I want to find the person, and there's someone in there. I'm going to help them.
I'm gonna cast Wither and Bloom.
Sure.
A second level spell. I invoke both death and life upon a 10-foot radius sphere centered on a point within range. So I'm going to center it on the voice.
Great. Yeah. Do they
So
make a
in
save?
addition, one creature of my choice in that area can spend and roll one of its unspent hit dice. So that one, I'm going to do that voice can roll an unspent hit die.
Amazing.
And then the vines in that 10-foot sphere
Yeah.
around that person have to make a Constitution saving throw again.
Okay. And do they have disadvantage on that?
Each creature of your choice in that area must make a con throw, taking.
It doesn't
2d6.
matter. I rolled a 5.
Okay.
And you said it was a 10.
Necrotic
Yeah. Will you roll damage?
2d6. That's 10 necrotic damage.
Amazing. What does it look like as you burn away these vines with this spell?
Exactly that. It's like all of a sudden these vines just start burning.
Amazing.
Like from the center out, they start burning and fizzling, and like the ashes of them start to drift to the ground.
As
Can all cats do this, or is it just this cat?
I'm not a cat.
Just not a cat.
from this hole in these burnt vines, another creature sort of splashes forward and scrambles to you on their hands and knees. And as they stand up, you can see in front of you this like 3-foot tall mouse person. They have this like little red nose and these little flapped ears. They wear some red robes that kind of look worse for wear and have a couple of silver earrings in one of their little mouse ears. And you can see that their fur is like matted with leaves and sticks. And they look up at you and say, "Thank you. Thank you for saving me, friends. That was a close one."
Hello.
Hi. Well,
Are you Sylvanus?
no, unfortunately, my name is Son of Vils, but my friends call me Sonny.
Ah, pleasure to meet you, Sonny. We're looking for Sylvanus. Goodbye.
Oh, no, wait.
Oh, no, hang on.
What?
Yes, sorry, what happened to you?
Well, a couple of... Well, Sylvanus's champion has sort of gone a little bit crazy, and Sylvanus is nowhere to be seen right now, and things get really wild without him providing a bit of balance, so I kind of got scooped up by these vines, but
He's not here.
Well, he's here. We haven't seen him in a little bit.
We're gonna tangle with the champion.
You are? Oh, well, that would be like tangle like vines. You're going to trap them, or
You have entangle if we need you.
He means to fight. He means
Yes.
we're going to fight
Oh.
the.
well,
Would you like to help us, or do you have to get back to wherever you're from?
No. Helping you guys take down one of the champions would be just
One of the
no.
champions? There's multiple champions?
well. I think there's just one that's causing all this mayhem. But Sylvanus is a pretty powerful god, so he's got champions all over the plains. But the champion here in Tierna Og, that's
I thought it was Tierna Og.
no, that's not how you say it. Tierna Og.
Oh, okay.
So wait, I mean, we don't want to put you in any more danger. Is there a way you can help us, or would you just be put? I don't want to put you in another bad
No,
position.
no.
What's your name? Sorry,
Sonny. You can call me Sonny.
Sunny.
No. I'd be more than happy to help you and get things back to normal around here.
Take us to the rogue champion. Not rogue like you. Rogue. Never mind. Take us to the champion.
That I can do. What are all your names? I didn't quite
I'm
catch them all.
Tisryn.
It's Tisryn. I'm Rufus. This is Tuyen, and this is Lengua.
Yes.
It's
Hello.
a
And
pleasure.
it's Jeeps. Don't forget Jeeps.
Oh, sorry, and this is Jeeves.
Good day.
Makes a very good viewing post if you can climb up there.
Okay.
Well, let's not invite everyone to climb on Jeeps.
No, I
now.
wasn't going to. Look, we've got a bit of walking ahead of us, so you guys want to take off?
Yes.
All right.
Yes, we have sort of a limited amount of time, so that would be
Do
very
we?
helpful.
What is our limited amount of time?
I don't know if we have a limited time so much as the portal's already closed.
Good. So we actually have no way of getting back.
None whatsoever. We must find it ourselves. Yes.
Right. Okay. Then walk at a brisk pace. Then
Is this your first year at this school?
let's
Yes.
just.
Yeah, we're all freshmen.
Ah, that explains ever so much. Yes, of course.
Go.
Sunny?
They make us do these things a lot. If you aren't presented with the answer, you must find it yourself. This is school.
What is her name?
Ling-
Tabaxi?
Like what?
Oh,
No, tabaxi.
Millie.
Millie?
The
Was
guy.
Millie mean to you too? Lengua?
Oh. I believe Millie's mean to everyone.
Oh, I do not like her. Okay, anyway, Sonny, let's go.
All right. I don't know what you guys are talking about with the school, but whatever.
We're from a different dimension.
It's a plane, technically. Different plane, dimension, plane, whatever. It's not important. I'll give you the scenic tour of Tierna Og.
Tierna.org.
And as you all walk, we will take our little intermission. But first, before we go intermission, I want to pick the winner of our giveaway. Let's see here. Let's see if this works. It sometimes struggles. And the winner is Calyptips. Congratulations.
Yay,
Calyptips. I'll reach out to grab an address for you. And again, thank you so much to First Fantasy Books for supporting this stream. Please, friends, during the intermission, head over to firstfantasybooks.com. Follow them on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. They're an amazing, amazing little shop, which we really love and really want to show them a lot of support and show them that Rio Del Mar spirit. We're going to do a quick intermission, and we will be right back. everybody. Welcome back from Intermission. Thank you again to First Fantasy Books for sponsoring today's episode. You all are in the plane of Tierna Og, or Tierna Org, depending on who says it. One of the great mysteries of this episode, which maybe we'll discover as we continue. You've met this mouse person, Sunny, who begins to lead you through this forest. You can see as you walk through this forest that occasionally, it almost looks like something will grow and wither in a moment in front of your eyes. You see like a flower, sort of like a dark green flower, unfurl itself and then die. And then on the next tree, you see another flower unfurl and then just drip, the petals sort of drift off the leaves. Sunny seems pretty unbothered by all these things.
Is this normal, Sunny?
Sunny turns back to you and says, "Oh yes, things happen very, very quickly around here, and you know, it's all about the natural world, withering and blooming, birthing and dying again and again. It's wild here. We love our wildness, but sometimes things do go out of control every once in a while."
What happens when things go out of control?
Well, like those vines, they just want to consume, as things in nature often do want to do, without thinking. They'll just grab anything that comes near when they're have things that are happening to them. But everything comes and goes, just like
That sounds like Tuyen.
Sorry?
Grabbing things that are near
Are
or
you
wanting to.
are you trying to say something, Tisryn?
I'm just teasing. Is that I'm learning how to tease?
Oh.
Tuyen
Well,
that I do not know. Tuyen, what is this?
I'm a bit of a player, a little bit of a flirt.
What do you play cards? Oh, what?
Well, I did go on a date with a guy who plays cards, but yeah, I kind of flirt with a lot of people.
You've not flirted with me.
Or me.
Well, you're both not my type.
What does that mean?
Yeah, well, hey, what does that mean?
No offense. I mean, you're lovely people. I don't typically have an interest in cats or mice.
But I
No
like your
offense.
style.
You're both cool, and I would love to be friends with you, but sorry.
I don't know how to feel about this.
Yeah, honestly, me neither.
Not sure how I feel about this. You know what? We'll sit in this together, Sonny.
Yeah, come on, Lingua. Let's walk up ahead and just kind of. I think we just need a second, you know, because like saying you just don't like mice, it's sort of broad. I mean, is there something? Maybe it's my personality.
You in your past life?
Is there any sort of vibe between you two? You know, that sort of cat and mouse thing. You know what? I just thought.
Oh well, I'm asexual.
Yeah, there you go. And
Oh no, I sort of meant like the prey drive. Sort of what I'm talking about.
Prey drive. Ah, yes. You smell good.
Yeah, I'm a little afraid. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little afraid.
He likes to pass the drive to attack this one. I like him. I rather like Sunny.
See, how about that? We don't even need you to yet. I mean, we do actually, but you know, not like that. How about that?
Wow, you seemed a lot more shy than you were coming across now. About 5 minutes later.
He's warming up. He's warming up.
You're
Yeah.
not much braver with friends, yes?
Exactly.
Right, so Sunny.
What about
what
you
is this
two?
in-
Have you gone any dates?
With each other?
No, not with each other. Just in general.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Why not?
No, not. Well, not recently. No, I'm not.
Well, Tisryn just learned what flirting is like a few weeks ago. So you know, maybe
Yes.
maybe he'll get there. Maybe
No.
he's shaking his
He
head
keeps
pretty.
saying no. Is it because you don't want a date, or because you're just
Are you
afraid?
asexual too?
What's this? What is that?
Oh, you don't desire sexual interaction with other creatures.
I do not know.
That's where I am.
I do
I
not
might
know.
prefer just, you know, I like to snuggle every now and then, but that's as far as it can go for me.
I like hugs.
I like hugs too.
She does like hugs. That
And-
sucks very much.
I'm not sure if Tisryn knows what sexual interaction is.
Yes, I'm not sure either.
What about
Rufus,
you,
did
Rufus?
you-
Yeah. What
Wait,
about
he's
you?
making a face.
How old is the Tisryn?
18?
And you grew up in the mountains?
Mm-hmm. But I've been most recently for a couple years in the monastery.
Ah, yes, they don't much do the sexual things in the monastery.
So at some point, one of us is going to have to give him the talk, and
Not
it's not me.
Not
Not
it.
Sorry.
Not it.
Well, I guess I'm gonna have to have this talk with you eventually, Tisryn.
Okay.
What about you, Rufus? Is there anybody you have maybe even a crush on?
Oh no, I'm not. You see, I have no, I don't.
What is crush?
I have a sort of like someone that
Crush-
you
you
feel
crush-
are
you
attracted.
crush something,
No,
crush.
not
This
like
is
that.
a
It's someone,
little less violent. This
someone
crush
you're
is more
attracted
of a-
to.
That's the one.
Yes,
Attracted.
like Tuyen flirts. It's someone that you want to flirt with.
I do not want to flirt with anyone.
Oh, I'm not talking about you specifically. I'm just saying in general.
You said, Rufus, you
Crush.
said you have something or you don't have
Oh
something?
yes, no, I haven't quite brought it up, but I have a long time girlfriend in the Spanish Isles.
All right, make a deception check. Make a deception check.
I'm gonna make an insight check.
Make an insight check with advantage. It was so poorly
It was gonna be
executed.
Brazil, but then we were
21.
about
So, yeah.
Spanish.
21.
Only a 12. Why am I rolling?
A
so
12.
This is bad.
Sunny
What
rolled
is
an
it?
18. Rolled a deception. Tuyen, do you want
My
to roll?
passive insight
Oh
is
yeah,
15.
insight.
15? Okay.
My
Yeah.
passive insight. Can
I-
I just use that?
You
Oh,
can.
16.
16.
I rolled poorly. It's
Tuyen,
not even-
you're like, okay, maybe they do have a girlfriend in the Spanish Isles. You've never even heard of the Spanish Isles. So that, Tisryn and Sunny, you know they're lying. Langua, you just don't know Rufus as well to understand even why they would say something like that.
Rufus, it's okay to. Why? You have disappointed me. You told me something that was not true.
But that's very true.
No.
No, I just haven't.
It is not true.
We haven't had a conversation about it. That's all.
No,
See,
I can
that was the
tell.
problem with me and Brody. We never had an explicit conversation, so now you don't know who I am.
What
This
kind
is
of
true.
relationship do you and Brody have?
Purely on the surface. Like a longing glance in class, and then a hand brushing mine in lab.
I take it back. I don't want to hear the rest of it. No, yes, no. I simply haven't told you about her. No, but it's been many
What's her name?
years. Floor.
This is in character.
Floor.
No.
Listen,
It's
listen,
not like the
Mr.
sort of like a
Rufus,
flower.
I don't want to
like floor, like the ground, like
No, like
Like-
floor, like flowers.
Spanish for flower. And you make fun of my name being lengua.
a dark shadow passes behind you.
Standing in front of it.
As you all are walking, the tree cover gets less and less, and you sort of see the sky above you. It's actually this very like dark, cloudy, stormy sky, and occasionally you can see a flash of lightning in the distance. And Sunny says, "Listen, Rufus, I don't believe you at all. I'm gonna be honest with you, and I'm gonna stick with with Tisryn on this one. So I don't know why you're lying to your friends, but honestly, it's okay. The real thing is that in order to get to the champion, we have to run across what we here in Tierna Og call the lightning fields. So we kind of got to just sprint across the lightning fields.
That sounds like a breeze. Okay.
Yeah, all right. Tuyen, you start. Sorry, Tisryn, you start running. You break through the tree cover and disappear into this like high grass. So you just disappear into the grass. What does everybody else do as Tisryn has now run?
I've got a spell called Absorb Elements. So I
Sure.
think Lengua is just kind of gonna um, get down off of Jeeps and just kind of calmly walk through this field. Like,
Sure.
if the lightning hits me, I'll be fine.
Sure. Sunny is actually going to start sprinting as well. We actually, Lang, will you make a Constitution saving throw as this mouse runs away from you?
Oh yeah. Oh fuck yeah. Okay, we're at a 14.
A 14.
Not gonna do it.
Your mouth starts to water. You are like preparing absorb elements, and then you just disappear into the grass, chasing this mouse. You just can't help yourself.
God damn it, Sunny!
Rufus and Tuyen, as they roll, you can see in front of you. There's this. You're sort of catching up as you exit the tree line. There's this large open field of this high grass. Occasionally you can see it brush. And above you, as you now look up, you can see that the cloud cover is super dark and it's almost black. You can see giant cracks of lightning exploding in the clouds above. What would you two like to do?
How long is the how
You can't really tell. You can't really tell how long. How
Would
long?
you like to ask that in Spanish?
Okay, I just wanted you see if I can use Misty Step. It's just 30 feet. I don't know if that's long. Like,
Yeah. Would you like to do that? I just want to make sure before. All right, you use Misty Step. Jeeps disappears from your view, and you appear 30 feet forward in this just tall grass. You're just in the middle of a bunch of grass.
I feel like now is the perfect time for Sunny and Lengua to like zip through his legs.
They've run ahead, but you've just managed to catch them, and just by you, just hear like as two little beings go. And Tuyen, finally, all of your friends, you and Jeeps are standing there as your friends have sort of disappeared into this field. What would you like to do?
Well, Jeeps, shall we? And I just start walking briskly through this field, hoping for the best.
After you, sir. And you both disappear into the grass. Will everybody roll me a D6 as you start to make your way through this?
3.
3?
4.
Starting with Tisryn, you just start running, and you can't see anything. You can see the clouds above you, but occasionally the grass sort of covers your head, and you're running, and then you realize you might be running in the wrong direction. You might have actually like curved instead of gone straight, and you are suddenly extremely lost. Will you make a survival or nature check?
Natural 20.
Hell yeah. You look up, you reposition yourself. Will you roll me another D6? Lengua, what did you roll? Hang on to that, Anthony. We'll come back to a 3. You also are running, and you too get extremely turned around. You lose sight of Sunny in front of you as he sort of bolts quickly to the right, and you try to follow him, but you can't really tell what's going on. Go ahead and roll me another D6. And Rufus, what did you roll? A 1? Yeah, you Misty Step. You see these two, thank you. You see these two beings run right by you. You look up and you just see this huge bolt of lightning slamming towards you. Will you roll me a dex saving throw?
Oh, no!
yes. Okay. Oh, that's a nat 1 again.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
You look up and just in time to see a bolt of lightning slam right next to you. It sort of jolts the side of you. Dirt and grass explode into your face. You take 5 points of lightning damage as a bolt of lightning explodes next to you. And Tuyen, what did you roll?
I rolled a 4.
A 4. You are running or walking sort of briskly forward, and you feel your foot sort of step on a precipice. Will you make a dexterity saving throw?
5.
A 5.
No!
Your foot gives out from under you, and you fall like 10 feet straight down into this blast crater and land on your face, and you take 6 points of damage.
No.
As you land on a rock on your face, and Jeep sort of helps you up as you all continue forward. Anthony, what did you roll again?
5.
A 5. You are continued to sprint now that you sort of have your bearings again. Will you make a dexterity saving throw?
22.
22. You hit this patch of mud, and you can feel your feet start to give way out from underneath you, but you just sort of balance yourself. Your monastery training kicks in, and you like slide through this like that movie where Tom Cruise slides, Risky Business. You just slide through, and you come out onto the other side of this field of grass. Bex, what did you roll again?
5.
Another 5. Will you roll me a dexterity saving throw?
Gladly. A whole 11.
11, yeah. You are actually sort of can hear Tisryn in front of you now, and you're beginning to chase after him. And you hit this patch of like wet, slick water, and your feet get stuck in it, and you tumble first over yourself. Your head sort of gets caught and like slides against the ground. You feel your tooth like slam against a stone, and you take 4 points of damage. And you can feel like a chip come out of your tooth.
I'm imagining like the cat face down with like the butt and tail.
Exactly.
Over the face.
Exactly that. Rufus and Tuyen, will you both roll me another d6?
Oh, 1.
5.
A 1 and a 5. Will both of you make dexterity saving throws?
10.
A 10?
11.
11. Tuyen, you're sort of walking, you're trying to get your bearings after falling face first, and suddenly a giant explosion of lightning explodes next to you out of nowhere. You feel a huge jolt of energy surge through your arm and up into your teeth. You can feel your teeth chattering as this electricity surges through you as you take 10 points of damage. And Rufus, you hear everybody sort of out in the distance, and you start to like scamper after them, and you hit the same patch of slick mud, and you two fall on your back as your feet go out from under you. You fall backwards, in your head kind of hits a stone, and you take 1 point of damage and are able, both of you, to make it on the other side of the lightning field. You all sort of appear muddy, exploded. Sure, you can wild shape. What do you want to wild shape into?
I want to wild shape into a freaking hippo.
You wild shape into a hippo? Sure, why not? And there's a giant hippo there as you make your way out the other side.
It was easier to wander the mud like this.
So what? Okay. So that went very poorly, and are we all here? Are we all? Is there
Jeeps?
You look around, and Jeep steps through the grass,
Jeeps!
completely unharmed.
Jeeps.
Oh, wow.
What did you
Yes, sir?
do? How you look fine? You're not covered in mud. What's happened?
I simply evaded the dangers within. Did you not, sir? I'm sorry. You disappeared when you misstepped without me. I could have provided you assistance.
You know what? You're right. I'm going to shake on that. Yes, I'm not going to say anything about that. All right.
I would like to cast first level Cure Wounds on
Sure.
myself.
And you can also use the prayer beads as well that you have.
Oh, right.
Oh, Jeeps has those, right? Who has those? No. Who
I think
did?
I do have them.
Or
I
did
thought you had
Tisryn?
them.
Well, somehow I have them, but I do not think I'm supposed to have them. I think you gave them to me instead of Tuyen. Because I didn't. I
Well-
have the Rod of Retribution. I
Right.
should have that. I don't think I should
Oh,
also
yeah,
have
I
the
think I was
prayer
like,
beads.
because I was trying to add it to my inventory last time, but was having trouble, and then you said, Noah, that you would add it to my
And you added it to mine, no.
Okay, it sounds like everybody's blaming me.
Noah's fault.
Let's see here.
trying to
Let's
figure out
see
if
here.
it's doing
What? So does that?
Hold
what
on,
does
let
that
me-
add again?
Let me help you. Let me help you. What is it
Thank
called again?
you.
It's called
Elmar's necklace of prayer beads.
Oh my gosh, where is it? Add items. L. It's not showing up at all. All right, well, we'll come back to this after the episode, as I've clearly.
Well,
It's okay.
when
Nailed
Jeeps
it.
kind of after Jeeps finishes that dialogue with Rufus, he's got to make a strength save.
Okay.
Oh no.
Jeeps
Okay, I can
rolled
heal.
a 14.
Do not get
Save.
on him as a hippo.
He saves.
Are you trying to jump on him as a hippo?
No, I was trying to shove him.
Oh.
Let him shove.
Oh. Yeah.
I thought you like forgot you were a cat. And were
No,
like,
I wanted him to get dirty. But he's standing on the
Yeah,
same.
you try to basically telekinetically shove a bit of mud into him, and it doesn't work. He just very deftly steps out of the way. Oh my gosh, why have I failed everyone so poorly?
Oh, it's
with
okay, Noah.
Making confusing items and then not giving them to you. I think
Oh.
that's good.
Doing great.
That's DM lesson 101. Make a confusing item and then I see why it isn't showing up, Ian. You're right. I don't know why. We'll come back to that. Anyway, you can cast a couple of cure wounds from that prayer necklace if you'd like to do that at level 2, actually.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I will
I'm only
do
down
that
5
then.
points. Is anybody really hurt?
I'm down.
I was like halfway. So wait, so I can do it at 2nd level, which is 2d8.
Yeah. Plus
We're
your spellcasting
casters,
modifier.
though. We're squishy casters, so
Yeah,
like
plus
4 or 5
1.
points is significant.
I'm just gonna press it twice because I.
That's great.
Okay. All right. Cool. I gained 9 plus 2, so 11. So I'm good now. I mean, like I'm a little hurt, but I'm better than I was.
Is there anything else you want to do before you continue on? Anybody else who needs help or anything like that?
I think I'm okay.
The hippo is pouting.
Mm-hmm.
Or what are you at, Rufus?
I only lost 5. I mean, I don't want to use one of the beads.
The beads recharge every morning, so
Oh, yes, I will absolutely take that then. And
Okay. That's
And-
here, let me. Do you want me to roll it for you?
is it 2d8?
Plus 1 for both, so I guess plus 2.
sure. Yeah.
So 2d8 plus
Okay.
2.
Okay, yeah, I'm back. And do you need to as well? I'm looking at the rhino previously cat.
Rhino?
The hippo?
The hippo? Oh no.
I'm not at full health. I could use some help.
I think if you try to heal, it will go to the hippo. Your hippo will have full health.
My hippo already has full health, so
Yeah, so
I'm
you're
I'm
good.
fine. That's one of the reasons that I wild shaped.
Right.
Because I get a reset on hit points.
Oh, nice.
You all sort of look around and you see that you're in this like muddy clearing. It's almost like this large swampy area. And around you are these massive gnarled trees everywhere. Their branches are bare and tangled. There's dark green moss and mushrooms that are growing on their sides, and occasionally like a pink flower that grows out of one of them. And Sunny, sort of as you all are sort of healing up, he whispers to you all and says, I think we're here. It's somewhere. Be careful.
I want to fly up and scout around in the sky.
Yeah. Go ahead and make a perception check as you fly up in the air.
That would be 22.
22. And will everybody else make perception checks as well for me?
Perception. 18.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
21.
Yeah, you all start walking through, and Tisryn, you're sort of doing your circle above, And very clearly, there's all these like large trees around, but you immediately make out, and Tisryn, you see this immediately from the top, that they are all circled around this one large tree. And as you like start to creep your way towards it, or just stop around it, well, everybody make a stealth check, including you, Tisryn. And I'm gonna roll for Jeeps and Sunny too.
11.
12.
Dirty 20.
12, 7.
19.
Let me just see the perception. Oh, well, you all feel fairly stealthy. Jeep sort of, you can hear a splash on a puddle, but this thing, this giant tree in the middle, you can see suddenly as this like small ripple of water is around it. It's sort of bare, this big tree, except for the very top. It almost like spikes up into bare branches at the top of it, and you hear this like cracking sound, and immediately exploding off of this tree are two chunks of wood which reveal these two glowing eyes, which immediately direct themselves right at all of you. It rolled a natural 20. You can see it rips out of itself. One arm sort of pulls off of its own body, splintering tree bark and everything everywhere, and it has like a huge club which is almost built into its body. And on the other arm, it pulls off its other arm, and you can see its hand extends to like a vine-wrapped shield that sort of extends out of it, and you can see it pulls out from the ground, splashing water, like spraying everywhere. Everybody go ahead and roll initiative. Let's see how this
That's a
goes.
big tree. That's a big tree.
All right.
17.
Oh.
So all these little things are
That's
trees.
great. That's 4.
A crit. Lovely. These are little trees everywhere. Hold on. Let's see here. Let's see. Let me get this. That's not good. Let's get this set up nice and pretty. There's little trees all over the place. Tisryn, what was your initiative?
10.
10. And Rufus, what was yours?
18.
18. Let me roll for Jeeps, who's not on the map yet. 12. And this champion. All right, let's get Jeeps on. And Jeeps, are you still in the air? Are you flying around?
You mean Tisryn?
Sorry.
I just asked Jeeps. Yes, I was flying. I was flying, yes.
All right, hold
But
on.
I will
let
not
me-
fight while flying. I will land before fighting.
All right.
But I'm in the air currently.
I'm going to put you over here in the air. Okay, here we go. First up is Rufus. You see this giant creature sort of stomping towards you. What would you like to do?
You said all of its like its weapons are attached to it. Like
Exactly.
It's all part
It looks
of...
like it's
okay.
grown these weapons out of its body.
Okay. I would like to I'm not gonna do that yet. I'm gonna cast try to cast a fire chromatic orb, but I want to aim it sort of to see if I can get it through whichever side has like not the shield side.
Sure. Go ahead and roll an attack.
Is Sunny with us too?
Sunny is with you, actually. That's a great point.
Sunny. Sunny.
He's with you, Langua. And this is you, by the way, Langua, the white. Even though you
Cool.
are a black cat, but easier to see.
Funnier this way.
It's only an 11.
An 11, yeah. You try to shoot off this flaming chromatic orb, but you fire it off, and you can see this tree being sees it coming and bats it away with its shielded hand. Up next is Tuyen.
Oh, can I go run
Yeah,
behind?
sorry.
Where am I? Am I on this?
You are the purple.
that one.
Yeah.
Can I go move behind that tree forward to the left? Just like
Here?
yeah.
You sort of push yourself up against this tree, which is like this massive gnarled tree. It's a little bit bigger than these maps might divine. Tuyen, you are next.
Okay. I would like to use my sneak attack and sneak up and slash at it with my short sword, and then like hide in the grass again or behind a tree again.
Yeah, you can sort of run up right behind the tree it's in front of. Go ahead and roll a stealth check as you try to hide, like right on top of it. You don't really know how good this thing is. Is it like sentient? Is it going to know what you're there? So you're just sort of running up, and
I got a 17.
it rolled a 14, so you're able to disappear for a second. It loses track of you. It thinks you're coming out to the left. You spin out to the right. Go ahead and make an attack on this thing with sneak attack.
Okay, and then with my sneak attack, it's extra 1d6 damage. If I hit though, I got an 11.
You swing, you feeling very sneaky. You swing and it just tink, and you're like,
no.
"Oh, I'm really gonna have to think this one through." And it sort of like creaks, like, and like creaks. You can hear the whole tree groaning as it looks down at you.
Can I disengage and
No,
hide
you use
again?
your bonus action to hide at the beginning. Up next is Jeeps, who is going to run over to you, Rufus, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and plant himself, and he's going to toss one of his spinning blades at this creature. And he rolls a 19, which is going to hit that's cocked. For 6 points of damage. So you see that he like fires this like swirling, blade that goes and like sticks in this tree. Tisryn, it is now your turn.
I want to land. I have 60 feet of flying movement,
Sure.
so I want to land behind. I want to flank it,
Absolutely. You can definitely flank it right here.
land, and then take my quarterstaff and try to hit it.
Go ahead. Roll an attack.
That is 20 something.
That hits.
25 to hit. Okay. Wham! That is 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, you slam into it. You actually can find like a weak spot where maybe some termites or mold have gotten in, and you smash it off.
I want to spend you see me like gather myself with key point and flurry of blows. First, whoops. That bounced out of my thing. No, miss. Total miss. Terrible. 2 plus 7 is 9. No,
yeah, you
Oh my
go
God,
again
what is
and
happening?
you just slide off.
Oh no, 12.
And again, you try to spin around, but you can't find that same weak spot.
No.
Oh, we're having a day.
Up
The dice
next,
don't like us today.
up next is this creature.
Yeah.
It's going to look down. It's actually going to, since you hit it last, Anthony, it's going to spin around and bring its huge wooden club and smash down on you. Does not good. Does a 13 hit?
No.
All right. 13 doesn't hit. It sees it sort of being pincered. It puts its hand on this tree in front of it. The tree in front of it begins to glow, and it's almost like with a light. It sort of spreads apart. Both of you are going to get opportunity attacks, but it steps through this light of the tree and appears right next to you, Rufus, as it steps out of another tree using this like strange magic that can have it transfer through trees. Tuyen and Rufus, you can both make... I'm sorry, Tuyen and Tisryn can both make opportunity attacks.
18.
18 will hit.
That is 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, as it runs away, you are able to cut at it. And Tuyen, you rolled the 23, which will hit.
Mm-hmm.
Look at how
And with sneak attack, you
8.
get sneak attack.
Can I
No.
sneak attack?
Yes,
don't-
because
On
it's
a
engaged.
on
It was
a
engaged with
attack
me.
of,
Is it just on a turn or is it on a reaction?
And a turn. It can be in a round too. You can sneak attack with a turn.
I'm going with this one. Go ahead and give me some sneak
Okay.
attack damage too.
okay, so sneak attack damage 8 plus 5 is 13.
13
damage.
points of damage. Yeah, this time you jab your short sword in between some of the bark and like twist it, cracking off a huge piece. But this creature is now right on top of you, Rufus, and you can see it takes its shield and it sort of is going to bash you with its shield. Does a natural 20 hit?
Fuck
Oh.
you.
Let's see. That's going to be 6, 7, 8,
Fuck.
Rufus!
I'm
Oh
not
my
a
God.
necromancer, guys.
9.
Yo,
10,
I'm just
12.
really nervous.
Oh,
God.
no.
13, 14, 15, 16, 17. It's
Oh,
18
no.
points of damage. As
I'm
it just
so...
boom slammed into you, Rufus. I don't think you've ever felt anything this hard smash into your body. As this, like, you can feel your shoulder pop out of place, your clothes totally rip at the side. You can look over and just see, like, there's blood and dirt and bark stuck in your skin. It's extremely, extremely painful as the thing sort of like creaks back and forth.
Rufus.
You said 18?
Yeah.
Okay.
Up next is Lengua. Lengua, you are a hippo. I can attempt to bring up some hippo stats if you'd like to stay as a hippo.
I pulled up some hippo
Love it.
stats.
All right.
Can I cast as a hippo, or do I have to change back?
You have to change back. You can't cast in your wild shape, unfortunately.
Gotcha. But because that's a whole 40 hit points as opposed to my 27. So I think my speed is 20. Do I have enough speed to do a charging attack?
You couldn't charge because Rufus and Jeeps are in the way and this tree is in the way here, but you could get within attacking range.
Okay. Then I'm going to switch back.
All right.
I'm going to switch out of wild shape.
You turn back into a cat.
I'm going to dash over to, well, not dash, but I'm going to quickly run over to where I'm in range.
Sure. Right there.
I'm going to use my wild shape to awaken the spores and use symbiotic entity.
All right. So you gain 16 temporary hit points. And you also add a 1d6 necrotic damage to any physical attacks or melee attacks you make. As you can see, Lengua's sort of cat body, the black fur sort of begin to like bristle and almost become like oily and slick with spores and darkness.
And she's gonna melee attack.
All right, go ahead and roll an attack.
Hell yeah.
That's a natural 20.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
Ooh.
All right, so double all the dice, including the extra d6 for your spores as well.
4d6. 2, 3, 4 plus 2d6.
Yes.
66.
66 and amazing.
17,
Wow.
19 damage.
And what does it look like? What does this cat look like? Is it just a single? Are you using it as a scratching post? Are you biting it? How exactly are you hurting this thing?
She's gonna get up to it, and her haunches flare, and the fur puffs, and she starts doing that spitting thing that, and like just fully, all four paws dig in, all four sets of nails and claws dig into one leg, and she slides all the way down.
Amazing. And you just see like this black green sap like form outside as this tree thing is suddenly very, very hurt. And you can see it sort of stagger on that leg for a second as it's
While
about
it's
to topple.
staggering, can I
Yeah.
use my bonus action for telekinetic shove?
Sure, yeah, go ahead. It has to make a strength check, right?
Strength save.
Strength save. It rolled a natural 20, so it saves, unfortunately.
No.
I don't know what to tell you guys.
Oh my god.
No.
Up next is Rufus. This thing is like
Oh.
maybe 10 feet taller than you as you're looking up at it, but it has just been staggered by this little cat.
I'm so fucked. Can I get as far away as? Oh my god.
No.
Yeah. Can I?
Yeah,
Will it be an opportunity of a jetpack?
probably.
Oh. What if I misty step?
Not if you Misty Step. But that is, you won't be able to
Like-
cast a spell. You'll be able to
I
cast a
know.
cantrip.
Can I cast web on it and then Misty Step
No.
as a bonus action?
You can only cast one spell a turn. You can cast a spell and a cantrip. So you could Misty Step and then cantrip, or you could cast a spell and then bonus action cantrip. But you couldn't cast two first level or above spells in one turn.
Okay, in that case, I will cast Infestation on it.
Sure.
And then Misty Step.
Great. Go ahead and roll an attack for infestation, right?
It's just a
save?
con save.
All
Yeah,
right.
14.
It's saved with a 19. Does it do any damage or no damage?
Jesus Christ. No damage.
All right. So you try to put these bugs on it, and you can see these other bugs crawl out of the tree and just like gobble the bugs you tried to put on it.
Oh my god, there's bigger bugs!
And then where would you like to Misty Step to? 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. Sort of in this area. Where would you like to Misty Step to?
Can I get behind that tree, or is it too far away?
You can get... Let's see, 5, 10,
We're
15,
apparently
20,
standing
30,
behind
30,
trees, does nothing for this.
Yeah. You Misty Step behind this tree there.
Can I hide?
No. Up next is Tuyen.
I'm gonna die.
I would like to run over to Rufus and cast. How many? Did I already use up all of the beads?
I think you have one bead left of Cure Wounds.
Okay. I will
No.
use that
15,
to
20.
cast Cure
Don't
Wounds.
save it.
Yeah, you grab this green bead and put your hand on Rufus. Go ahead and roll a second level Cure Wounds.
I also have Cure Wounds as a spell. So
It's up to you, yeah.
Yeah. So I'll use the beads. That will be 12.
12 points of healing. Yeah, as you feel this necklace charge for a second, you gain 12 points of healing. What would you like to do for your bonus action, Tuyen?
Bonus action.
You
I
can-
would like to. Can I use a cantrip as my bonus action?
No. A couple of things you could do. You could step behind here and hide, or you could use a bardic inspiration if you'd like to do that for your bonus action.
Okay. I would like to give my bardic inspiration to Tisryn.
All right, Tisryn. And how do you give your bardic inspiration?
I shout across the arena field. Is it a field?
Yeah.
I shout across the field. I believe in you, Tisryn. It's time to tangle.
Amazing. So you have that 1d6. Up next is Jeeps, who looks up at this thing and looks and sees that you are gone.
Jeeps, I'm so sorry.
He is going to step into it in a moment of bravery, take out his cane, and just thwack this thing on the side of the leg with his cane.
I do picture Michael Caine as
I love it. He missed though, unfortunately, as he just tangs his cane off of the side of this creature's leg. Up next is Tisryn.
I'm going to flank again.
Sure, yeah.
And I feel inspired. Thank you, Tuyen. Oh my god, natural 1.
Oh, no.
Anthony, are
my
you rolling with
God.
advantage? You're flanking on purpose.
Oh, that's right. Hello.
Throw your die away. No,
Natural
get
1.
rid of it.
No,
Again?
No, get rid of
twice
it.
in
I
the
see.
game.
That
Where's
is
the
a
different
double natural
Throw them both
1.
out. I don't care. Throw them both out.
How?
I'm going to.
Get rid of them.
Key point, flurry of blows.
Wait, hold on. What does it look like when you roll a double natural 1? Just tell
I
me.
gotta know. I vomited up a thorn whip.
My quarterstaff goes flying and sticks into a tree across the field.
Yeah, you see. Hold on. All right, I'll mark it. Your quarterstaff is twanged into this tree. It's off the map for chat, but it's a tree right behind him.
Yeah, I lifted it back like that and went whoop.
Right there.
Oh,
that.
This is like the worst
D12.
day we've ever had.
All right, go ahead.
No,
and make
but
your
I get to.
Don't
I get
you
to,
dare
I get to do
jump.
flurry of blows.
Yeah,
with,
go
with
ahead.
Advantage. Sorry.
Go ahead.
It's 18 to hit.
18 just hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. This is what is that? It's with my talons. I scrape into it.
Yeah.
And it does 9 points of slashing damage, and it needs to make a dexterity saving throw. I'm trying to knock it prone.
9 points of damage. Dex save. What's your save DC?
13.
It fails. You slam its foot out from under it, and it falls prone.
I get one more flurry of blows attack.
Go ahead.
Yes, that is a 21.
That hits. Roll damage.
Oh,
My
that's
cat
so
didn't
cute.
appreciate that.
I'm stomping on it with my other talon. 6 points of slashing damage.
All right. It is looking very bad. You can see it sort of like in the dirt, and like parts of it are falling off. It looks very, very bad, but it is now its turn. It's going to stand up using half of its movement, turn to you, Tisryn, who just knocked it over, and it is going to swing with its club. It rolls a natural 1. You can see it slams down, splashing water. And in the splash, you can see it like a wave of water hits the tree behind you, sending your quarter staff twanging right next to you as you go natural 1 for natural 1.
So he just started his turn in my
Yeah. Okay, go ahead and roll a d6 of damage.
Do I? Oh yeah, D6.
My cat is sitting on my dice box, so I don't really know how I'm going to roll.
Oh. It's his dice now.
Yeah. 7 points of damage?
Yeah, 7.
Great. Okay. Yeah, so it starts to turn. Some more of this like dark energy eats away at it. Tisryn, it's going to make a second attack at you. I need to actually grab another d20 out of a bag because my cat is sitting on mine. Wow.
It really is a cat episode today.
I know, right? Does a 12 hit, Tisryn?
No.
Again, it tries to slam down, but this like necrotic darkness grabbing at it seems to distract it for its turn. It is going to again use the other half of its movement, and it will step through another tree here. As this tree opens up with light as it apparates right here. Go ahead and make an opportunity attack, Tisryn.
Lengua screams, "Coward!"
Is that with advantage also or no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does he have
Yeah,
an
that's a
issue with
26 to hit.
26. It sort of seems like he was trying to run away because he's getting beaten.
Yeah, so it's going to be again with the unarmed with the talon. Yeah, 6 points of slashing damage.
Okay, and Lengua, go ahead.
I would like to move to the other side of Jeeps. So I have a straight shot to the creature, and Lengua starts to it sets her paws on all four and starts to choke and undulate, and all of a sudden, breath weapon, black sludge comes shooting out of her mouth.
Amazing.
In a 5 by 30-foot line.
30, all right, 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, absolutely. Let me see.
I'll
here.
move forward as much as I have to.
You definitely will get Rufus and Tuyen.
No, it's a line.
I want to.
It's a line.
Yeah.
And you are absolutely fine. Yeah, a straight line. Does it have to make a saving throw with the breath weapon?
Does.
All right. What's the save?
Dexterity.
Dexterity. It rolled a 1, so it fails. How much damage?
2d6 acid.
All right.
2d6. Oh, that's only 4.
Lengua, how do you want to kill this creature?
Nice.
The black sludge that sounds like a hairball but is in fact acid comes and there's enough of it that it fully envelops this creature and dissolves it into the mud.
Amazing. You see this creature sort of steam and burn away. And again, the woods are kind of quiet. You just hear like the wind for a second as you all catch your breath and examine your wounds for a second. And you actually look over and see that this whole time, Sunny hasn't really moved at all. Not afraid, not even that concerned about what was going on. And you watch him walk over to the remnants. Cat has to fly away. The remnants of this creature, and sort of put his hand into this like this sort of like dissolved mass, and it begins to just like quickly turn to this mulch filled with like crawling bugs and like an occasional sprout that comes out and then dies. And you can see as he's doing that, he begins to change his form, and you see that his form is this this like handsome, soft-featured, light green skinned humanoid, about like 6 feet tall, kind of lean with a very square jaw. He has this helmet emblazoned with these 2 butterfly wings, and his body is covered in like this plating of armored amber leaves that look like natural and also metallic, and these like flowing red tattered pants that seem to like blow in the wind. And he sort of takes his hand out of this like wet earth and sort of turns to you all like very
Sunny, darling.
smiling.
Sunny, when I asked you if you were Sylvanus and you said no, were you lying?
Well, of course I was.
Ah.
Thank you all for doing that for me. I appreciate it. It was quite a good showing. Yes, indeed, I am the god, Sylvanus. It's such a pleasure to get to meet you all in person.
Tuyen, I think he might be your type after all.
You know, I was just thinking that actually.
Ah, yes.
Okay.
I'm still not.
He actually looks at you as he sort of surveys all of you. He actually looks at you, Rufus, and says, "Rufus, it's such a pleasure to finally meet you. I've whispered to you a few times, but I'm so happy you could come and visit me in person. Tell me, friends, this has been bothering me for a while, and I didn't want to do it myself, and I owe you a bit of a favor. Is there something that I can do for you all?"
Hello, yes, hi. I'm not a cat. I know I look like one, but usually I am a dragon. Dragon born.
Yes, and?
Would you perhaps maybe help me get back to my dragony self, please?
Yes, but of course. Would you like to return to how you once were, or something different?
May I be a worm, please?
Certainly.
God.
Come closer.
Like a small worm?
No, worm with a Y. A worm like a dragon worm.
Oh.
He sort of kneels down, his knee sort of sloshes into the mud, and sort of takes your little cat hand in his face, and his hands begin to glow with this green energy, and then he like squeezes his hands, and you're afraid you're going to feel like a pain, but suddenly you feel this like surge of energy through your body. And in front of you is not a very large, but it looks like a young black dragon. Its wings sort of spread out behind it. It's got this large tail. Its head is large and sort of snout-like, and it's got these large teeth, these green eyes, and says, "How's that?"
Thank you ever so much. This is my dream.
Well,
See, I am a dragon.
Well, now you are.
This is where I've been on my inside the whole time.
I like
You
that.
look amazing. I'm so glad you're able to become your truest self. I'm
Thank
glad
you.
we could help.
She
Syl-
stretches her wings and shakes them and goes, "Oh yes, as promised," and hands out the last 2 spell scrolls.
Yeah, these
Thank you.
celsos drop in front of you. As you sort of unroll them, one is covered, it looks like, in tomato sauce, and the other one is covered in coffee, like a big coffee stain. So you're not quite sure what they do. Sylvanus?
Rufus, I didn't know that you knew Sylvanus. You've never mentioned this before.
Who, me?
Yeah, Rufus. I didn't know that you knew him, or that he's
Oh no,
he's whispered to you before.
well, we've never met, and wasn't very sure that they were whispers, but I was hoping that they were, and thank you for doing that. It's not a close, it's really quiet.
When we are in the library, we have to whisper.
What is
Sure.
happening right now?
Sylvanus,
I've
Sylvanus,
just got my dragon voice back. I don't want to whisper.
Sylvanus walks towards you, Rufus, and he's just sort of like strides very confidently and calmly towards you. You can see as his steps like hit the ground that like grass grows and then withers as he steps off. And he comes right to you and puts his hand on your shoulder and looks you in the eyes. He has these like dark green eyes that seem to sparkle and says, "Well, We certainly know each other now, friend, and of course it was me who whispered to you. And I'm always around you, at least when you're at Rio Del Mar, I am. Tell me, is there anything that I can do for you while you're here? Answer a question, give you something, some way to help you?
Do you know about Slamalakalmus?
Oh my god.
I think it's the similarity thing of not the phylactery, the other one that he's thinking of, but more important than that, I think we forgot to ask for a way home.
Yes, I was going to mention if possibly you knew a way to get us back, but would you be able to help us with that? We came through a portal, but now we don't. I think we might be stuck.
Oh, that
I
is
mean,
only...
I
Well-
wouldn't really mind being stuck here with him.
Okay, well, this is Tuyen.
You can see as you all are saying this, Sylvanus like smiles and takes in you, Tisryn, but it stays focused on Rufus still. He holds his hand up and says, without issue, and just raises his hand, and a green portal just opens. Is that all? It seems like such a small request from a god.
My mentor's he's in a coma.
He turns to
withering.
you. He turns to you, Tisryn, and says, "I'm sorry, but you've left the forest behind, Tisryn. It's why I haven't whispered to you. There's so much you've gained, but so much you've lost. Like me."
And I walk through the portal.
Oh. Would you happen to know anything about stealing dreams, or if you have an enemy or know of a bad person that has been stealing dreams recently, because we're trying to figure out what's going on.
As Ian's camera freezes, he turns towards you. He turns towards you, Rufus, and says, "Is this what you desire to know, Rufus?"
Yes, of course. If it will help all of us, actually.
He leans forward to you, Rufus, and brings his face very close to yours to whisper in your ear, and you can smell like dirt and mulch on him, and also feel like this tingling sensation as he gets closer to you. And he whispers in your ear and says, "A thorn that withers never blooms." And leans back and just smiles at you for a second and says, "Thank you all, friends. Hopefully we'll see you again soon."
Sorry for chasing you.
No, it was great fun. Thank you. I rarely get to do things like that.
Thank you for your gifts. Please don't ever tell him I'm asking this. But before he left, the bird said something about a master in a coma.
And that's correct.
Where is it so that I may visit and try to help?
I do not know. You must ask him.
I don't want to. When he'll know.
He'll be very excited about it if you just follow him through.
Oh, but I don't like excitement. She grumbles and goes through the portal.
Yeah, you can see you actually have to kind of squeeze your large young dragon body to push through this portal, but you're able to go.
Can I just I'll follow you behind, Tuyen. Can I just have a moment?
Yeah, of course. It was really great meeting you, Sylvanus. I hope that I see you again really soon.
As do I, friend.
All right. And Tuyen just keeps maintaining eye contact as he's walking through the portal, not even looking forward to see where he's going. He's just staring at him the whole time.
Yeah, and you're getting the full 360 view and just wow, this is it right here. And then you
really
step through
checking him out. I'm really checking him out.
And then he looks. Yes, Rufus.
So I'm so sorry to bother. I don't want to bother you. I know that we just asked for something. But I don't. I'm very confused. Why do I feel like I'm supposed to know you and talk to you? because nobody else thinks that I'm supposed to do that. Why do I feel that way? Why does my mother feel that way? What am I supposed to be doing? That's a lot of questions. And you said one question, and I asked many questions. I'm just a bit confused.
I thought it was you who reached out to me. You listened for me, right? And I whispered in your ear.
Right, yes. I don't know why I did that.
It seems like you should search yourself and not me.
That makes sense. Like, as I'm like slowly really walking backwards.
He walks alongside you as you're like walking towards the portal. Or are you trying to like slink backwards towards the portal?
I was like walking once.
Yeah. You're slowly walking backwards. And says, is that all, Rufus?
I think so. I think that if I knew what I was supposed to be asking you, it would have come more quickly. I wouldn't have to be thinking about it this much.
That's fine. Well, you may not be able to get to Tierna Og again, but I am in the grass and the trees around you. All you have to do is listen and ask.
Did you hear me when I put the little piece of grass between my fingers and I made a funny little trumpet noise?
He brings up his hand and like a huge blade of grass goes and he goes, shoot. Gosh, this is really hard.
It's tricky. You just have to get the right placement. That's it. It's like a fun little instrument, you know?
Yes. It was quite new. I hadn't seen that before.
This my mother taught me. And you know my mother? Never mind.
I'm afraid I don't.
Right. Well, thank you. That made me very happy. I will hopefully see you another time.
I hope so too, Rufus. And you actually, he pushes out his hand and like this light gust of wind blows you backwards through the portal, which you all see on the other side, Rufus appear through and the portal kind of shut. And you are just like back in a field somewhere on campus. You can see the sky is clear and the grass is much shorter and less wild than before. The day is coming to a close. What would you all like to do before the kind of day winds to an end?
We're on the campus with a dragon?
There is a young, not a full adult great dragon, but there is a young dragon, maybe about 8 feet long, 5 feet tall, black shining scales, dark green eyes, long fangs that sort of are out of the front of its mouth.
I'm just worried. Do you think people might be alarmed that you are here as dragon? No?
Honestly, that's a good question. I'm not sure. I feel like we should visit Tefloc and show her the good news.
Yes,
that's a good idea. I don't think anyone will be too shocked.
Can we have a flying race?
I would love that. Yes, please.
Oh God.
Go ahead and both of you make dexterity checks to try and race to Tefloc.
Rufus and I are just getting left in the dust.
Walking with Jeeves. Yeah.
6.
A 6, yeah. You've never really flown before. Your wild shape hasn't allowed you to fly. And you're actually, what it winds up happening is that, Tisryn, you so clearly win, you actually wind up teaching Langua a bit how to use wings. And you both fly and land at Tefloc. You sort of stick your head in, and Tefloc is very happy to see you and excited. And they, oh my gosh, come on! I can't believe it. You've done it. You're a dragon now.
I did it. It was all thanks to the help of these fine creatures, specifically this one. This Tisryn over here. He's lovely. If he comes back here, make sure he gets the good stuff.
Tefloc nods approvingly, and as Rufus and Tuyen sort of show up as well, is there anything else you'd like to do? You know, you guys are like,
Lingua, I did not think I would be able to say this when we first met, but I do like you.
Same to you. The exact same sentiments. Yes.
Yes.
I
Oh.
do have one more question.
Yes.
Which monastery in which mountains are you from, so that I may pay my respects to your master?
It is the Pendergast Monastery near the mountains. It is in the foothills of the mountains in a plateau. There's villages nearby, but it is sort of set apart.
If you could send him a letter saying, "Do not kill the dragon, it's coming to visit you," that might be wise.
You're going to... Yes, of course.
Right. This
Aw.
conversation never happened. Thank you for the intel. I'm
But it
leaving.
did happen.
Takes off.
It happened. The conversation happened.
And as Tisryn screams, the conversation happened, and this young black dragon flies into the clouds. That is where we will end today's episode. Everybody give it up for Bex.
Yeah.
Incredible, incredible. Thank you all for watching. And thank you again to First Fantasy Books. We love having you as a sponsor. Please, please go check them out. This was so much fun. Thank you, Bex. And we will see you all soon. Give it up one more time. Huzzah. Huzzah. All
Thanks
right.
for having me. This was a blast.
Our
Yes.
pleasure. Thank you,
Oh my
friends, and
God.
we'll see you soon.